the bullish fair value gaps. Now let's look at the bearish fair value gaps, right? So we have a bearish fair value gap resting just over here on the S&P 500 created last week, right? So this candle's low and this candle's high didn't touch. So this is a fair value gap. And so our point of interest, or our POI, that we're going to be looking for is going to be this region. So it's just the candle before the fair value gap. Now, again, I get a lot of questions about this. So I'm going to hopefully answer this. The reason we choose the candle before the fair value gap, right, is because we want to see price coming into the entire candle before, which means it's essentially filled this fair value gap, right? So we want to see price filling this fair value gap before heading lower, right? That's basically how this works. If we respect this POI and price fails to break above it, so if we stay below this area, then yes, I am bearish, and I'm going to be bearish all the way down to probably, like I said before, I'm going to be bearish down to at least this particular area. So this is now 57.15, right? So when you're choosing a higher time frame bias, or you're looking to determine a higher time frame bias, the way you do it is by looking at the 4 pillars, right? So we're going to quickly sum this up. So the 4-pillar approach, right? The 4-pillar approach starts off with market structure. So we are bullish on the S&P 500. We've broken the previous high, and so we are bullish, right? We are in this particular area over here, right? So if I draw this out again, we've broken structure, but now we're above an old high. So we can reasonably anticipate a correction above this high over here. But now that we're in a premium, and price is now heading very, very rapidly towards this fair value gap. If we can hold this fair value gap inside of a premium, we can expect lower prices. And this is how I form a high time frame bias, not just on the S&P 500, but on any market. Now, on the daily time frame, right, which is something I don't use that often, on the daily time frame, if we look at this, so on the daily time frame, we have a runway, right? We have some runway definitely for higher prices. So again, on the daily time frame, I'm mainly looking at fair value gaps. Now, we've